Welcome to another session in JiPOS, and today we are going to handle user account creation and role management in the system. Now, to start with, we are on the system login page, and in this particular login page, only users with created user accounts will be able to log in. And so I'm going to use my username and password. Most of the time, the username is the email account address and a password that is set by either the user or auto-generated by the system. Now, I'm going to use the admin's account, and this is a super admin account. Mainly, this will show you all the functionalities in the system. Upon logging in with your username and password, I'm going to first show you how to set up roles, that is under role management. Now, to set up roles, you'll have to navigate down. That is on the left sidebar. You click on System Users. Upon clicking on System Users, there is that particular last aspect or item in that list called Role Management. So I'll click on Role Management, and I'll be given a list of roles here, of course. These are the ones that I've created for tests and demo purposes. Now, to create a new role, you click on Add Role button that is at the top left section, and this will present you this particular form. Now, I can create any role here. I define the role name. Maybe I'll call this particular role accountant 2, just for demo purposes. Mark it as active. Give a description if necessary. That's not a compulsory field. Then I'll have to go module by module, checking and unchecking what this particular person is able to do in these particular modules. Now, I'll just give a sample here. For example, if you open system, it will give you a whole ton of things. From viewing the dashboard here to general settings. General settings are in the configuration section that is on the sidebar. As you can see, everything falling under configurations here. That is a general setting. So they can either add, edit, delete, or view. Shift things, role management aspect, backups. You can do backups, you can define happy hour, and the list is endless. So you can just add or check appropriately what this particular person is able to do per module. Once that has been verified and is clean, then you just click Save button at the bottom of that particular page. So that will create my new role called Accountant 2, which I can, of course, still edit just in case I need to review, adjust a few things here and there, or even delete it in case this was a mistake, or I just need to clear this particular information from the system. So these particular activities can be done on the action column. If I click edit, I can just still edit appropriately, and at the bottom of the page, click update button, and that will be the whole process of setting up roles, editing them, and even deleting them. Now, I'll go to the next section. And the next section is how to now create system users. Remember, the users are the people who are going to be able to log into the system to carry out different activities based on the role that you've defined in the system, or you will allocate them at that particular time. Now, to create a user in the system, you will have to log into the system just as we've done before. Navigate downwards on the left sidebar. There is a system user section. When I've clicked on it, there'll be a drop-down list here. I'll pick the first item, which is just reading the same name called system users. Upon clicking that, it will give me a list of all the users in the system, as you can see. In this particular list, I can edit and delete and even view their profile. But then I want to start with how to add a new user. There is a form at the top section, and this form can be opened by clicking the plus icon that is at the far right section of that particular ribbon. So once I click on that particular plus icon, it will open or expand this particular form. whereby I'll be able to register the user details. That is the name, the phone number, email ID, your passport number, gender, date of birth. Now assign a role here and make it active or to check on this super user checkbox and then save. So this is very easy. Once you fill the required fields in this particular form, you hit on the save button, and what the system will do, it will automatically generate a password for this user and send in their email address, which you used in creating this particular account. So that will be automated. Then they can now maybe later on change their password or do anything else that they would like to do with that particular account. So that will be how the procedure on how to register a new user in the system. I'll explain a few things here. That is on the super user aspect and the active aspect. If you check this particular box of super user, it overrides all the roles that you assigned this person. I can give this particular person maybe a role called receptionist or the accountant too that you created. But the moment I check this super user checkbox, it will override, because it's like you can now oversee everything, access everything in the system. That is the purpose. That is the purpose of the super user checkbox. So only a few people, very few people, or a few people should be given this particular role in the system. The active checkbox is also very important, because this defines who is able to access the system, of course, with an account, and who is also not able to access the system with an account. Assuming you want to suspend a given account, for example, we have here Regan's account, and I want to suspend that particular account. Then I'll just have to uncheck that active box, and that person will not be able to log in into the system. It is as straightforward as that. There are two things that we'll have to explain here. All the users that have been registered in the system, you will find them in this particular user list, and you can delete or edit their user credentials anytime, as long as you have got the rights in the system to do so. So, for example, this is my career, and I'll open their profile by clicking view. In this particular profile, I'll be able to change their passwords appropriately, their roles, and everything else, and just save. Now, for waiters in the system, especially when it is now being used in the hotel industry, we have something called PIN, employees PIN. This is an aspect or a PIN that can be used in registering or in signing in into the system, that is while registering sales. So you can set employees PIN in their profile by clicking change PIN, assign them the right PIN that you desire, and just click on change. So that will set employees PIN, which they'll use in registering or in logging into the system to record sales. So take note of that, and that will work well. So thank you, and stay tuned for our next videos.